Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 12th layout using the Mayhip kit. This one took me an hour to complete and I'm down to some scraps and I wanted to use it. I did take out that Dear Lizzie vellum, which I don't end up using. I just took it out because I'm down to scraps. As you can tell, it's just little bits and pieces. It looks like it's ready for the bin, like just toss it out in the bin. But in June for my Facebook group, the challenge was to make something out of nothing. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping with that theme, and that's something that I do a lot anyway. I am like a dog with a bone. When I start with a kit, I can't let it go until when I put it away, what is left is, just things that I could toss and I would not feel guilty about it whatsoever. And so I tried to use up as many scraps as I can. And here I didn't have enough to even sort of mount the photos with these scraps. And, I probably had full sheets left, but I really wanted to use what I had left in these little scraps and then move on to, other layouts. I managed to get squeezed out 5 more layouts after this page here. And so really got some good use out of this kit. I know I want to use the Amy Tangerine template and I want to put it to the left and the right of the photo, and it's just a way to ground the photo. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some clear gesso, and I love that little tool that I have. It spreads out the clear gesso so well. I got it at Michael's and I think it's called Art Bin, and I found it when we were in Nova Scotia for my son's hockey tournament, and it was like half price already, like it was on clearance or something. So I don't even know if they have them at Michael's anymore, but I really like the angle of it, and I like that it's small and it fits in my hand pretty good. And so I love putting clear gesso on this for 2 reasons. One, it protects my cardstock, and if I decide to get it really you know wet with my mixed media, it'll protect my cardstock. But 2, I like the way the color sits on top of gesso because it doesn't soak into the cardstock, so the colors are more vibrant. And 3, I really like clear gesso on craft cardstock because even though it's clear, it leaves sort of like, you can tell, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but it leaves like almost like a water stain all over the cardstock, and it's a really cool effect because it really adds a lot of texture. So now I'm going to use some watercolor pencils, and I believe those were from my stash. We did get some in a color add-on last month, and I love them so much that I went ahead and bought a whole bunch of other ones, and I've been using them quite a bit. So I took out a few brown colors from one of the kits, or one of the color kits, and I used one with a dry baby wipe, and I just followed the template and it added some horizontal lines. Now I'm taking another pencil and it's a darker brown, and I'm just coloring in the triangles on the template, and then I'm going to use a watercolor or a water brush, and it holds water in the barrel and it just makes it easy. You don't have to have water, that is open and you can spill it. The only thing is sometimes the water comes out a little bit more than you want it to. But what I do is I have a piece of paper towel next to me, and I just keep absorbing the water, the extra water from the brush, and then it works really well. I really love using that brush. Now I got mine from Stampin' Up! Years and years ago. And maybe that's the problem too, because it's so old and I've used them so much over the years that it leaks out more than it should. So I think my next order with Stampin' Up!, which I got to place today or tomorrow, I'm going to order some more and see if it does the same thing. But like I said, all you need is a piece of paper towel next to you, and it just absorbs the extra moisture on the brush. Now I took a roll of paper towel and just kind of rolled it over top and just picked up a lot of the excess water, and it just makes it dry quicker. And this is a picture of a butterfly, and it's sitting on some oranges. And this was at Butterfly World. We went there last year with Mason, and I'm just getting around to, I think I scrapped a couple of pictures, but I didn't scrap a lot of them. And a couple weeks ago, I finally went to my photo developing place here and got, I got 200 pictures developed. A lot of it was from this summer, so from the zoo, from our trip to the zoo this summer, my son's new school, and then I did the zoo from last year, which I haven't scrapped at all, and then the Butterfly World, and even some pictures from Christmas that I printed. So I was a little far behind on getting some printing done, but now I got some pictures to scrap, and I'm having a lot of fun scrapping. It feels like new pictures to me because I only scrapped a picture here and there. So what I'm doing is I'm just gluing those strips together. I'm using some washi tape. Now in hindsight, I shouldn't have used that washi tape because I love that washi tape. It's red with some white XOs, but I just grabbed whatever is closer and just went with it. And there's quite a bit on a roll anyway, but I really love that washi tape. And you can tell though, I'm just cutting. It's not as if I'm using big strips. I'm just using little strips and trying to conserve as much as I can. Now I'm just adding strips until it goes beyond the photo, and that's going to be my mat. So instead of having multiple mats behind the photo, I'm just going to have one multicolored mat behind the photo, and that's going to be my mat. And then I find that it's a little bright. I mean, I like it, it's bright, but I want the photo, see how the photo's kind of like, ooh, the photo's really not standing out because the background is so bright. So first thing I'm going to do is, I'm out of 12 by 12 early espresso, and they don't sell them in only, I get that from Stampin' Up, and they don't sell it anymore in the 12 by 12 by itself. So you have to buy the whole color family, and which is fine because early espresso is kind of with the earthy tones, which I use quite a bit, but I use early espresso a lot. It's a color that I love a lot. And if you buy a set of 12, anyway, you only get 2, and I use more than 2. But anyway, that's, my drama. And it's just, I'm a little disappointed because I really love that color. At least they still sell white and black by themselves, so I'll be able to get the white and black. And maybe craft. Hopefully they sell craft because I use a lot of craft. But anyway, I was going to use that Dear Lizzie with the gold on top of this bright mat, but it was too much. So I went and I just got a sheet of clear vellum, and I'm going to cut it down to size, and then I'm just going to staple it over top. And I didn't want to put glue because I didn't want it to stand out, so that's how, that's why I'm using the staples. And while I'm doing that, oh my goodness, guys, the countdown has begun. We are leaving on vacation in so soon, in a week. And by the time that you guys watch this, we'll probably be home, or very close to being home, because I was proactive and I knew that I wasn't going to be here for a while. So I did a whole bunch of layouts, and then I'm doing a whole bunch of voiceovers, and going to upload them to YouTube, and I'll be able to release them every second day, just like never went anywhere. But in reality, we are going to be relaxing in the sun, having a bunch of fun, and I mean, hello, opportunity to take way more pictures again, and then I'll have a ton to scrap when we get home. And then I'll be relaxed and rested, and I won't have scrap for a couple of weeks, or close to a couple of weeks. So then I'll be itching to scrapbook, right? It's fun to go on these vacation, and you go out there and you have so much fun, but the whole time you're thinking, oh, I can do this and I can do that. So I'm going to make sure to take a notebook with me. I don't know if I'm going to take some scrapping stuff. I might. I'll decide in the next few days if I do, because then I'll just pack a little bit of stuff, and I'll share the layouts that I do when I come back, because I don't think I'm going to bring my tripod and to film while I'm on vacay, because the lighting won't be great, so it's going to be too dark. But I'll share the layouts that I get done if I do. If not, I'm just going to sit and maybe read. I haven't read in a long time. But anyway, totally on a tangent right now. So back to the layout. Now I want to add some orange, because there's a lot of orange in the picture. And then it's going to give me the opportunity to use a lot of the citrus stuff that came in the Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss die cut pack. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to scrap this photo with this kit, because I wanted to use some of the oranges that came in the kit. And I used 2 of the photo corners. They're in gold with white little triangles. And it worked perfectly because I used triangles on the layout, so it kind of coordinates. So I put one at the bottom left and one at the top right, and I'm adding some quick dry adhesive, because you know, these chipboard stickers, they just don't stick the way that they should. Now I'm going to use a frame from the Citrus Bliss chipboard stickers, and it's white and gold. And again, I love the gold. It really coordinates with craft. And I'm going to use it to sort of start my embellishment clusters. And I love using frames for that. It does, you know, a couple of things. It frames your whole cluster, and it gives you a spot that really kind of screams out, okay, this is where I'm going to start building my embellishment clusters. So I used a frame, and then there was a ticket that said relax. And then I'm going to use, like I said, some chipboard stickers that were oranges. Perfect, because that butterfly is on some oranges. And I love the color. I know it's not colorful, the butterfly, but it looked like it was meant for this page, because I used some craft, a craft background. And also on the butterfly wings, it looks like it has some orange and some gold and some dark, like it looks like early espresso, like the cardstock that I use. So perfect. And then the top right, I'm going to use the second part of that chipboard frame, and then I'm going to use some other elements that came in the die cut pack. So again, I put a pineapple because, you know, it's citrus and I wanted to use it. And then there was a couple of butterflies on the chipboard sticker sheet from Citrus Bliss. So I'm going to use those, and they're in gold. And I'm going to put one at the bottom, and I'm going to put the bigger one at the bottom because it's bigger, so heavier. And then the smaller one at the top. And then I'm going to use my marker, and I'm going to make some butterfly trails of their flight. And then I'm going to use one of the clips that came in one of the kits, and it just says 1 on it. So like number 1, because it was so fun to go there. It was actually, that's been there forever, and this is the first time that we've gone when we took Mason, and we really enjoyed it too. It was a lot of fun. And then I took one of the chipboard stickers was actually words, and it said so pretty. And I'm putting, again, some quick dry adhesive to glue it down, because those things are a little sticky, but they're not very sticky. So I want to make sure they don't end up at the bottom of my page protector. And then I'm going to glue down those butterflies. And then I'm going to find a marker, I believe, in brown. And then I'm just going to do the little trail of the butterflies. And someone asked me, because I asked if, you know, things to how to, and she said, can you show how to make, because I used to use some twine to, not twine, yes, twine to do the flight of the butterflies. And I wish I would have, this page was done a long time ago. So, but in an upcoming video, I'll make sure to use some twine, and then I'll explain on how I do the flight of the butterfly with some twine. So if you have any suggestions on some stuff that you'd like to see for DIY or how to, make sure to leave some comments down below, or on any video, because I read all comments. I wish I could reply to all the comments, but I don't have the time. If I did, I certainly would. And I just want to tell you that I so enjoy all your comments. So thanks for watching. Bye.